Hello guys! Did you miss me? I'm just kidding. So if we have not met yet, my name is Ariana Brielle. Most of you guys probably know me as the Mom Bod Trainer because yes, I help moms get into the best shape of their life no matter how far postpartum they are. But what you guys may not know is that I'm all about, creating moms in love with fitness, MILFs, that's what I do. But it's not just about physical fitness. I like to help my moms, my clients get fit financially, get fit emotionally, get fit mentally, okay? Healthy all around, not just physically, because it all connects anyway. I know I do a lot of fitness content, but I've been getting actually some questions and I decided I want to make this video for anyone. You may have started a YouTube channel, you may be thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and I just want to share my knowledge, the things that I've learned over the past 16 years of doing this and my growth tips for anyone who actually want to grow super fast in 2026. Like, this is really the easiest time in the entire universe to make money online. And if you're here watching this video, you probably know that already. And so I really want to give you guys some tangible, practical, valuable things that you can start applying today. Like, I'm not talking about, you don't need to go buy $1,000 course to learn how to make money online, okay? This is specifically for beginners. Now, I'm gonna be mainly talking about YouTube today, but you can apply these things really to any social media platform, and I'm gonna get into that soon in a little bit, okay? All right, so if you do not know this already, in order to get monetized on YouTube, you need to have 1,000 subscribers and you need to have either 4,000 watch hours or 10 million shorts views. Okay, that's the basic foundation. I remember when I first started my YouTube channel, I was like, oh my gosh, 1,000 subscribers. I got 20. How am I going to get there? Oh my gosh, 4,000 hours. That's so much. How am I going to do it? It seems like a lot, but I'm about to really make it simple for you guys. I'm going to be going over YouTube, but really this applies to really any social media platform. So you want to start making money on social media. What you need to start doing today, if you want to grow a YouTube channel, you want to grow a following, you want to create, digital products to sell, you want to sell your services, whatever that is, and you want to hit 10K a month on social media, you have to create content. There's no other way around it, okay? So you have a YouTube channel, you're starting a YouTube channel, you want to monetize as fast as possible, you want to start making money as fast as possible, you need to make sure that your content falls into one of these categories. Okay, this is the four things. Now, teaches someone. This is content that teaches someone something, okay? For example, I am not going to go on YouTube and watch a video about how to do a squat or do a lunge. I already know how to do those things, right? People watch content when they think that they are going to learn something that they haven't been told before, that they're going to learn something new, that whatever specific niche it is, okay, you want to make sure that you're creating content that teaches someone something, okay? And don't overcomplicate this. Even if you think you might not know anything, I promise you, whatever you do in your lifestyle, in your circle, in your environment, you can teach someone. Now, if you haven't made $1 million on social media, do not create a video teaching people how to make $1 million on social media. You want to teach things with confidence because that's what's going to attract people to you is, are you authentic? Are you genuine? Do they believe that you've actually done the thing that you are teaching someone else to do? And this is why it helps to, have proof, client results, some type of social proof. And if you don't, it's totally okay to, start building that. You want to make sure that you make content that teaches someone. Even if you are someone who goes and buys guns to go into the forest and kill deer with, and you know that you need to put that 3mm, 3 inches behind the right ear, whatever that is that you do because you've done it, teach that to someone else. If you have been through the loss of a child and you have, gone through your grieving journey and are still going through it, and you have found ways to enjoy life again, teach that to someone. If you've gone through divorce, if you are a mom who knows all of these, home recipes because you stay at home with the kids all day, whatever it is, like I said, in your lifestyle, in your environment, whatever it is that you do confidently, you can do it in your sleep. Teach it to someone, okay? We are not here to just learn all the information in the world and do nothing with it. We're here to give it away, okay? And then you might realize you might get something back if you give it away, okay? You want to make content that teaches someone, all right? Number 2, educates, okay? The way that I kind of separate the two is, you want to teach someone something that you've learned, okay? Something that you've learned, and then you want to educate someone on something that maybe you've experienced, right? You've gone through some type of wisdom that you've gained. Even if, for example, you guys, this is a prime example, like I'm doing my taxes for the first time, like officially as like a business owner that's like not looking forward to a tax refund, right? So I've been learning all about the taxes and all the literally K1s and 1090, like all of the things, right? And so I was like, oh my gosh, like this is so much information that like I'm learning. I should totally like teach that to someone else because this is like important information that like business owners need to know. And so yeah, that's just a prime example, right? When you learn something yourself, teach it to someone else, because guess what? That solidifies that in your brain, that knowledge in your brain. The quickest way to learn something, the quickest way to really get it in your head and become a pro at it is just to teach other people. It's repetition, okay? So again, you learn something, you're gonna go make a video, you're gonna teach someone else that. Now, educate. I like to say this is really for, something that maybe you've experienced, okay? Something maybe that you've gone through that has possibly shaped who you are today, and you know a good amount. You're like, look, you can ask me anything about XYZ and I'm gonna tell you, okay? So educate people on things, okay? What if you trade? Educate, people on trading. And this is the thing, okay? You do not have to know everything. You only need to be one step ahead of your audience. Just like I said, all of the tax stuff I just learned this past week, I can go and make 10, 20, 30 videos simply on the tax things I've learned. And guess what? There's going to be hundreds, thousands of people that are like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this information. Thank you for sharing this. Why? Because I learned it and I taught someone else. I was only one step ahead. And then me sharing that knowledge with other people is just going to solidify that. It's going to make me even give me more of an understanding and really solidify that knowledge for me, okay? So make content that educates someone. For example, I'm making this video educating you guys on how to start making money on Instagram, YouTube, whether that's 5K, 10K, whatever. Really on social media in general. Now, the third thing. Okay, so again, you only need to be one step ahead of your audience. Don't think that you need to be a pro or an expert at something, because by doing it over and over again, that's when you become a pro and an expert, okay? So just start. The third thing, and this is probably where I fall in line a lot as well, just naturally, is you want to make content that inspires someone. The definition of inspiration is the process of being mentally stimulated to do or feel something, especially to do something creative. Express yourself the best way you know how. Do not fall into this trap of trying to be like everyone else on social media. Like, while it's good to get ideas and inspiration from other people, no matter what, always make the content, your creations, the stuff that you're creating, always make it original to you, authentic to you. Add your own razzle dazzle in the recipe. So while I'm giving you guys the tips, make these your own. So you want to make content that inspires someone. There's a lot of sad people in the world. There's a lot of miserable people in the world. There's a lot of unhappy people in the world. And so if you have been there, you have experience with that, and you found your way out of that, share your story, okay? That's why I say, people want to see you. They want to know who you are. They want to know your story. Everyone knows my story. They know I got kicked out. They know my ex left. They know I was 230 pounds and, left, single mom. They know I got evicted. They know I lost custody. They know I booked a one-way flight and traveled the world and changed my life. Like, they know that about me. And if you don't, now you do. But, make content that inspires people to get out of bed every day and be their best self. If you guys can't tell, I'm very passionate about this. And that's another thing. You want to do something that you're passionate about. Like I said, I'm passionate about helping not just moms, but, everyone in general just live better quality of life. Physically, financially, emotionally, mentally, okay? Make content that inspires. And then, like I said, we see a lot of this in this day and age. Content that entertains. And, that's a pretty vague, big genre right there, because, you know, it's a lot of people out here doing a lot of crazy stuff. So you want to make sure if you are doing something that's entertaining, don't make it sustainable, okay? Like, don't be like doing all this crazy weird stuff that's going to get you thrown in jail or like beat up on the side of the road, or, I mean, I don't know, you can do what you want to do, but I'm just saying, you know, if you want this to last and you want to build something that's going to take care of you and your family for the next 5, 10, 20 plus years, make sure that whatever you're doing is sustainable, okay? Don't try and hop on trends just because everyone else is doing it. And so whatever way you want to entertain people, whether that's, you know, playing video games, streaming yourself playing video games, doing pranks with your family, or whatever it might be, that is how you want to entertain people. Again, it falls back in line with really just being yourself and staying true to you. That's the biggest thing, is don't come into social media and start trying to be everything that everyone else is doing, because then, you know, that's just a loss. Now you're not even gonna know who you are. Other people aren't gonna know who you are. So no matter what, always stay true to your brand, be your authentic self. All right, so now that we know the type of content we should be making, let's talk about, okay, how are we making this content? You might be someone who works full-time. You're not able to, you know, do this full-time in and of itself. So you might have some limited time to actually put this into action to start building, okay? And I'm about to drop some real gems for you all. This is where the juicy stuff is coming in, because like I said, I've got 16 years of experience with this, and I'm about to sum up every single thing that I've learned in the past 16 years in this 20-minute video. So, okay, you know the type of content you want to create. Now, this is, there's just so much I can tell you guys. Okay, let me focus. Sorry, I have ADHD, so just excuse me. To really start growing your channel, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to create content. You're going to create the content, okay? You're going to actually film the video. Now, I promise you guys, like I said, you do not need some fancy backdrop. I am in this room with like a gray wall, okay? One thing I've learned is that people are going to watch your video regardless. If you are in a tent in the forest, they're going to watch your video. If you are in a high rise in Miami, they're going to watch your video. If you're on an airplane, they're going to watch your video. If you are at a homeless shelter, they're going to watch your video. If you are in your mom's basement in a 5 by 5 square foot closet with one lamp, they're going to watch your video. So do not get caught up thinking, oh my gosh, I need to have this like fancy backdrop and like, no. Okay, like that's cool for growth later on, but to start, to grow, that's not what you need. And it's probably best that you just stick to what's authentic to you. So now you're going to create your content. You're going to film these videos that teach, that educate, that inspire, that entertain, okay? And then you're going to post 2 to 3 times daily, okay? And don't worry, I'm about to explain it, okay? Because this seemed like a really hard thing for me to do when I first started. But I'm going to give you guys all the tools, all the AI software that will help you do this efficiently. So that's why I say watch this video to the end. So then you're going to post 2 to 3 videos daily on YouTube. Long form, okay? Now, they can be 5-minute videos, they can be 10-minute videos, they can be 15-minute videos, they can be 20-minute videos, I don't know, but who cares, right? Just post 2 to 3 times a day. Make sure that, again, it falls into one of those categories. You're either educating someone, teaching someone, inspiring someone, or entertaining someone. You're being true to yourself. You're, you know, being authentic to who you are. And then you're going to post 2 to 3 videos a day, okay? Now, how do I post 2 to 3 videos a day? Oh my gosh, it takes me like 2 days to edit a video, and like, you know, I need to add all these special effects. Like I'm telling you guys, you do not need to go spend thousands of dollars on software and Motion VX and I don't even know, whatever other apps that there are. I'm going to write them down because they are optional. Final Cut Pro X is good for, that's what I used to edit. That's my favorite editing software ever. Do not use, I mean, you can use iMovie, but I don't really recommend it. If you are going to invest in something, invest in a good editing software, especially if you're going to take this seriously, invest in a good editing software. So these are just some examples of softwares that can, actually, hold on, let me add a couple more. Okay, so that's the next thing you're going to do is you are going to post 2 to 3 times daily. But these really are just like some extra softwares that you can use to make your editing process more efficient. For example, Epidemic Sound is good for background music, copy free background music and sound effects as well, like applause, bloopers, things like that, suspense, trailers, things like that. Motion VFX is good for, you know, when you watch a video and they're like zooming in, swapping, you know, these definitely, that's a lot. You'll definitely spend some time with that one. Final Cut Pro is good for editing. That's what I use for editing. That's my favorite editing software ever. Gling is also good for editing. With Gling, you got to be careful because it's really for like talking videos where you're talking and then you're silent, and then you're talking, then you're silent, and then it will go in and edit out all of those silences. So this is best like if you're following a script and you're good at reading the line, being silent, and then reading the line. Color Finale Pro is good for color grading. This is something I recently started using, which I love. Thumbnail Creator, AI, YouTube thumbnail generators, super, super amazing. We also recently started using ChatGPT. If you're not using ChatGPT, you're like already way so late. You need to like go create an account right now, because this is where you can create, you know, YouTube video ideas, YouTube scripts. Make sure that you're having the right prompts. And again, I go over all of this in my course in my community. Okay. So make sure that you click the link below and join my community if you want like the full version 10x of this video. I created a course explaining all of this stuff as well. So you want to make sure that you put in the right ChatGPT prompts, you know, the right SEO, you know, titles, descriptions, all those things. And then GenSpark is also really good for, it's kind of like ChatGPT on steroids with like a whole bunch of extra stuff. So GenSpark is also really good. So definitely these are some of my top softwares just to make your editing process, from content idea, creation, execution. These are the softwares that I have used and that are really good. But they're not required, okay? If you're a beginner, like I said, the biggest mistake you can do is go spend thousands of dollars on all of this software thinking, oh my gosh, this is what's going to make me go viral. Like, no, doing the work is what's going to make you go viral and grow. Okay. So while these are great, you know, do not rely on these and think, oh my gosh, I'm going to hit 1 million subscribers once I download and start using this software. Because like I said, people will watch your video even if you're like in the attic with mice somewhere. Because it's entertaining. No, I'm just kidding. We've gone over, you're going to create content that teaches, educates, inspires, entertains. You're going to post 2 to 3 times daily using the softwares that I told you about. Again, all of this is broken down into more detail in my course. The next thing you want to do is you want to repurpose your content into short form. Okay. And this is where you're really going to see a lot of growth start happening. You can use Opus Clip. You're going to put your YouTube video into Opus Clip and it's going to create like short form content, right? With captions, all the things, right? And then you can manually schedule them or you can post them yourself if you want to change things. You're going to post them on an Instagram account, say. And then you're going to go to repurpose.io and you're going to repurpose those Instagram short forms onto YouTube Shorts, onto Facebook Reels, into TikTok, okay? That is how you're going to start getting your brand out there. That's how you're going to start getting an audience and building a community of people that know you, like you, trust you, and then ultimately will buy from you or buy whatever you're selling because they've spent all this time watching all of your content like you guys. Okay. So that's going to be the third thing is you want to repurpose your content. Do not just post 3 times a day on YouTube and expect to blow up. While, you know, you can, it's just going to 10x your process if you start repurposing it into short form. Now, once you are building your audience, at this point, you've probably got, you know, 5K, 10K subscribers. Now, the last thing you're going to do is you are going to monetize even more, okay? Your IG is monetized with content, your YouTube is monetized with content, your Facebook is monetized with content, your TikTok is monetized with content. Don't stop here. Make more money, okay? There's 8 billion people in this world, okay? And I'm sure a lot of them need your help and need whatever you're offering if you have a genuine intention to help people. So the last thing you're gonna do is you're gonna create a service or product to sell to your audience, okay? Now, this is where I'm gonna end the video here because it's already a long video and this is a whole other ball game. Okay, I'm going to do a whole other series on just products and services alone. But like I said, you know, once you do that, then you're going to have, you know, your calendar link and People are going to be able to book calls with you, and you're going to be able to go over, you know, what you do for a living, what you're an expert at, what you've helped hundreds of other people do, what you teach, how can you help this person on the other side of you, okay? Because when what you're giving to them is worth more than the money in their bank account, that is when you know you are doing the right thing and that you're on the right track, okay? We're not here to just get money off of people on the internet, okay? We're here, at least, I mean, you know, there probably are people out there, but if you're watching this video and you align with my goals and my intentions, we're here to help other people. The quickest way to make the most amount of money is to figure out the fastest way to help the most amount of people. How can you help the most amount of people today, right now? You can help the most amount of people by creating content that helps people, posting 2 to 3 times daily so that people can find your content that helps them, repurposing it so that more people can find your content and more people can be helped. And then creating a service to where now you have the proof, you have the following, and whatever it is that you chose to be an expert in, whatever niche you decided to go in, now you can start charging the big bucks. Now you can start, you know, doing coaching services and consulting services and done for you things, okay? So I'm gonna leave the video here. I hope that this helped you, inspired you, taught you, educated you, or entertained you in some way, shape, or form. And if you guys like this video, definitely comment below. Let me know if this helped you, if you're gonna start implementing this, what you learned. And then I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and like I said, I highly recommend, if you want to take this seriously, click the link below if you're ready to take that next step after all of these things.